Hey guys, hey guys. Hey. Oh, pressing so many buttons. All right. Hey,
Hey yo,
how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good as well, thank you. How's lockdown 2.0 treating you?
It's it's been interesting. It's just one of those things where you just have to deal with it.
Yeah,
You make the most of it. You know,
definitely.
and it's just you make your own enjoyment. You got to do what you got to do.
Most definitely. Same here. I think you just have to kind of make the most of it, to be honest, because I don't know, I feel like everything's just so uncertain right now. I feel like you have to just go for what you want to do, to be honest, if you make the most of a situation and just keep it moving. But
Definitely.
yeah, most definitely. That's kind of one reason why I wanted to create this live, and I did, and went ahead. So I just want to say thank you anyway for taking time out and joining me. I know you can do whatever on a Friday evening, so yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
glad. I'm really glad to be here. Yeah, I'm
That's
looking
good.
forward to the discussion. We're gonna free the realness today. We're free
Definitely
realness today.
for real, man. No holding back, no holding back. One moment, let me just pop these up, okay? Okay, we've got a couple people joining in, so I'm gonna just go ahead anyways. And well, I'll give a brief introduction, and then you can kind of tell us a bit about your story.
Yeah.
So, everyone tuning in, my name's Tracy, and I'm your host today. And I'm here with Tonte, who is the founder of British Black YouTubers. And it's a platform where you can promote Black content creators, their videos, their content, and you also have a directory, I believe, so people can find content based on whatever category it is, whether it's fitness, um, gaming, beauty. So yeah, just kind of tell me a bit about the journey, why you kind of started BBYT.
All right, so I started off as just a YouTuber myself. Just making content about the things I wanted to make content on. I've been watcher of YouTube for a long time. I've always been following. From even going back to like university, I had my own radio show where like I would film the segments and put it on YouTube. This is back in 2012 or something like that. So I got into YouTube that whole space from a while back.
Mm.
And I was like making all kinds of different content over the years. Like I've had so many different kinds of channels. I had a gaming channel at one point. I had, just talking like comedy stuff. Like I've been doing a lot of different stuff. Around 2017, I started a new channel. Was doing content. We started my channel like properly. That was my first time proper as a proper YouTuber. I would say that. And in my time doing that, I saw kind of networked with a lot of other Black British YouTubers, and I was exposed to a community of people. I was like, bro, I didn't know there was so many different creators. Like, I honestly thought there was like a few, but there was loads of them. Started to get into the community aspect of it as I'm doing YouTube more and more, meeting more people. I'm seeing what is out there, and it got to a point when I was doing my own channel where I kind of hit a wall, and I was like, I didn't really know where I wanted to go. I was thinking about where I wanted to take my YouTube channel in the long run. Thinking of content, I was kind of hit a wall. I met my partner at that time, who, in talking to her, she kind of got me understanding, okay, look, where you trying to take, where you trying to go, where you trying to go. So she made me think about it, talk to God, you know, redirect myself. And I just realized, I saw the space, like this was around maybe 2019, early 2019. I saw that there was a space, like I've been in the community. I've seen that there's so many creators that are up and coming and are doing their thing. We need a place, you know, like especially in regards to the getting out there. Because I was seeing like there's so many creators doing their thing that they never really got opportunity. When they went viral, that's when they got opportunities and that's when they got seen. But for people that's on the grind and up and coming, they didn't have nothing. So I thought, yeah, I would start something. So BBYT was created January 2019, and it was just basically like a platform that I saw as like a middle ground for YouTubers. Like, you know how when you have like the UK music scene, you got your Grind Daily, Link Up TVs, where you got the artists and you got the fans, but there's like now there's a platform where you can see the artists before they've blown or whatever. And for the YouTube scene, we have needed something like that. So I thought Black British YouTubers in the black space, this is what it is. A middle ground for YouTubers, up and coming and established, to get seen, and people can just go and see them before they go viral and before, you know, all of that happens and the masses want to get to know them. Somebody just needs to be like, look, here's some YouTubers, this is a place, go and find them. And that's what BBYT was all about, and that's what I've been running that for the last like year and a half. So it's been fun. Yeah.
That's good. I love that. I was going to say thank you as well for creating the platform, because there isn't, like, I haven't seen anything like it, to be honest. And like you kind of aimed at yourself the #1 platform for Black content creators. The first time I've come across something like that, and so I think it's great that you kind of done that for the community, and there's a space where everyone can come together, can celebrate each other, build each other up, support each other. Like you said before, they've learned. I feel like people, it's easy sometimes when someone has blown, for example, to now start supporting them.
Trust me.
Yeah, it's no one supporting your work. Like, you're just putting it out there, and you know, you're getting one like, one retweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit tough. So I appreciate you putting that on. Yeah, it's been great. I just want to quickly ask, what kind of difference have you seen since creating the platform? Like, has there been more networking, more collaboration? What's the feedback for the people that use the platform?
Well, I've firstly just seen that there's way more YouTubers than I ever thought possible. Like, I was surprised at how many, since starting the platform, how many people have come out, and new people are starting channels, and people that are in different kinds of content as well. It's not just the content that everyone else is doing. There's people that's doing things in different kinds of pockets, you know, in different kinds of areas. So I've seen that there's so many people doing things that are different. And it just really shows that it's kind of one of the things I like seeing about the platform. You know, like, new people are coming all the time, starting channels, and I've seen that there's different kinds of people out there. I'll definitely say that that's the main thing that I've seen starting the platform. How many different kinds of creators there are out there. Yeah, and that's good. I welcome them. You know, I honestly do.
Most definitely, yeah, it's true. There's literally like such a diverse range of YouTubers out there. Like, even things I didn't know about, people talk about, and I think it's amazing. Like, that comes from us, like Black content creators as well. People would never think, and I think they kind of have an image in their heads of what, say, for example, a wellness YouTuber would look like, or, you know, they're like the slim model. She's amazing with this, or he's Caucasian with the abs and stuff like that. But no, you've got like Black content creators that are coming from a different background, and if people that look like you can kind of relate to them, if that makes sense. Yeah, most definitely. So moving on to the video you released on your YouTube page about the lack of support in the Black scene. I know you did mention that, yeah, there are several reasons why there's a lack of support, but for people who haven't watched the YouTube video yet, can you kind of explain to us what reasons are that you think that there's a lack of support amongst British YouTubers?
All right, so this was something that has been, it seems like I don't know, man. I want to say like every 3 weeks, yeah, I'll be on Twitter and I'll see people complain about support or talk
Mm.
about support in some way. And every month there seems to be a discussion, something about support, something about this, something about that. All the time I see certain things go viral, which is questionable content. I'll say that.
Yeah.
People complain about the content, but then you check the views and you check everything and you see the views and engagement are sky high. So I just say, look, I just wanted to do a definitive thing. Let me just talk about it. Talk about that concept of support, especially in the Black British scene, the Black British YouTube scene. You know, end of the day, I'm in the scene, so I can't really talk too much about other scenes like Black British YouTube. That's the scene that I see the most, and I just wanted to do a definitive thing, just talking about it and just giving my perspective on it because, like, I've had so much thoughts about it. I said, look, I have to get it out in a video. It has to be discussed because it's important. Like these kind of things, like people complain about things, but then again, when you see what actually gets the engagement, what actually gets the views, what actually, you know, it doesn't match with the complaints because people are complaining about things, but that is the things that now is recommended. I check my feed and that's the things that's getting recommended. So clearly there's something about it. And when you look at it, when you look at other creators, up and coming creators, it's hard. Like, and as an up and coming creator, as I was myself, I've seen like how it is when you're on the grind and you're trying to come up, and then you're putting your stuff out there, you're putting your stuff out there, and you're not getting no traction. People don't want to watch it. People don't want to comment on it. People don't want to do this, and it can be very disheartening, especially now when you look at content that you see. It's just about it's like rehashed content, body counts, you know what I mean, like all that stuff. And then this is the stuff that's now the engagement is a lot higher. So it's like, right, for me it was just about questioning. Okay, what is it like? What is it about it? And it has to be like broken down because at the end of the day, when you look at this scene, like where we are now, it seems to be like, I mean, I'm not gonna say like it's just our scene because obviously tea and YouTube drama, like this is all throughout the scene. But when I'm talking about now, when it comes to like content that isn't problematic, I'm saying, like, right, people are complaining about these things not getting supported, so why are you not supporting? Do you know? Like, and that's what I kind of wanted to highlight in the scene because obviously I've seen so much creators that's doing good things, they're not getting traction. Why? You know?
I see. No, I agree with you totally. I feel like it's definitely easier to just consume content that's just like, do you know what it is? I never actually know why, to be honest with you. I guess, I don't know if it's the shock factor or if it's just people are just too consumed in other people's lives, who knows? But it's true. It seems like those tea pages, shade, gossip pages, whatever you call it, just need to get more attention. And for example, you'll have someone putting out amazing content, doing amazing things, but because it's not talking about relationships or usual, you know, like content on Twitter that's always trending, it's just kind of disregarded. I just want to ask, why do you think it is though that people are so interested in, we call it like the not negativity but kind of toxic content, if you will, as opposed to something that's like valuable and informative?
Like I can't give a definitive answer because at the end of the day, like people are gonna watch what they want. They're gonna watch what they watch. You know, like at the end of the day, like people have their own personal preferences for that. So I can't really specifically say people aren't watching this content because of this. But the only thing I will say is in this scene, like people they will say otherwise, but we love the drama, we love the negativity, we love the stuff that will get people talking on the timeline, talking on the on whatever, you know, like that's what we like. Like we've seen like in the last few days, look how much scandals come out. Look how much scandals come out. People fighting on airplanes. People, do you know what I mean? Like these things, yeah, people love these things that they can talk about and get RTs and get likes, and these are things that obviously like the scandals and the drama stuff, the drama filled stuff are the content that now if you comment on it and you say something whatever, and it goes, like it has a high possibility of gaining you attention, gaining, you know, you might make a joke about this, it goes viral, you might do this. I said in the video that I did where I said like people, they, especially in this scene, they like to engage in the things that validates them giving their attention to. So by that I mean when something is talked about, so other people are talking about it. So now if I talk about it, then I will gain attention, which will validate me engaging in that. But like content that maybe isn't as problematic, it's just like giving some value to it. People aren't talking about it as much. So as a result, people might think, okay, if I engage in it, I'm not going to gain much clout or attention or whatever that will validate me to give my attention to it. So as a result, people are just like, well, if other people aren't going to do it, then I'm not going to do it. So ultimately, that's what I'm saying. Like in this scene, it's unfortunate, but a lot of people are sheep. They go where the crowd goes. If the crowd is not going to go there, then it's like, well, I shouldn't give my attention to that. That's a problem, man. I don't like that. You know, it's not something that people should have their own mind and kind of what they feel is valuable to them, they should give their attention to. But like I said, I can't comment on what other people are doing. You know, like people will watch what they watch and engage with what they want to engage with. But, you know, right there is a problem, man. If you're going to engage in the negative stuff all the time or stuff that other people are doing, then how are you building your own mind? Like, how are you expanding your own mind? How are you being your own person? You know, and that these are the things that kind of, yes, I think about a lot, you know, especially doing what I'm doing with Black British YouTubers.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good point made there, actually. You said about people do it to kind of validate what they're doing. Do you feel like when people talk about certain things, it's kind of like even in their YouTube videos when they make clickbaity titles or videos, kind of like clout chasing, if you will. Do you feel like it's a strategy, and do you feel like it's a good strategy to kind of implement if you are a YouTuber or you want to be an influencer or who knows, like a comedian, whatever, and you want to blow online? Do you think that strategy works? Do you think it works in the long run?
Well, I'll say it like this. It works depending on how you spin it and where you go from there. So for instance, I remember there was one video I saw where somebody was going at a known YouTuber, yeah. And like they had nothing to do with that YouTuber. They didn't know them from Adam. Like they just went and kind of used that YouTuber. I won't name names, but they went at that YouTuber as clickbait, and everyone's coming at them like, why are you trying to draw them out? But at the end of the day, people went to watch the video. So it's like, it depends like how you do it. Like, so people do the clickbait and people will watch the video. But what I'm saying is, where do you spin it from there? Because at the end of the day, the issue with clickbait, and this is the thing about it, is that people will use clickbait, people will watch the video, and then afterwards, the next video is rubbish. Like the next video, that's the problem. Like you do that to gain the attention, and then at the end of the day, people who are there for that video are not there for the future videos, because obviously they're just there for the tea. So my thing is, like, when you look at clickbait, that's why I say it's about how you spin it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't follow up that clickbait video with something that is actually going to provide value, people ain't going to stay. People aren't going to stay. People aren't going to really want to watch or follow your next videos. At the end of the day, you've just done that, and you've just kind of the way I see it is like you kind of sold yourself. Depending on the kind of video you do. Yeah, if you just kind of jump out the window for drama, you kind of are now known as a drama, as a you know a dramatic person. You know, you're known as a bird in some instances. You know, but it's like it's about how you follow it up. So that's my thing about clickbait content. You know, like there's clickbait content that's good, because you can do clickbait content which is in relation to the kind of videos that you will do. Like you might do a clickbait video, like these are the kind of videos you do, but the title might be, I don't know, something like, oh, here, I'm quitting YouTube. Yeah, but the video is not really, it's about that, maybe something that is a problem that you're having, but it's not necessarily like a drama kind of video. And like, I think that's a good kind of clickbait, if I want to say it like that. But then you got, like I said, the drama and all of that stuff, which, it can gain the attention, but it's like, is that the attention you really want in the long run? Is that what's really going to help your channel grow? Is that really going to help your brand grow? These are the kind of things, man, that this is what it is. Like, this is the kind of thing to talk about.
Yeah, no, it's true. I feel like sometimes when YouTubers start off like that, it's not sustainable, and then people
Mhm.
probably expect them to make videos. For example, if they talk about story times and all the crazy things that they've gone through and done, people expect them to carry it on, and then then they'll be like, "Oh, why are people so invested in my life? And why do people to say
Yeah.
about me?" Like, well, you put yourself out there in that way, so you kind of it comes with it. Do you know what I mean? You have to kind of be aware of that before you put out the kind of stuff you put out on YouTube, and the kind of content that you put anyway. So I feel like, yeah, you've just got to be conscious, which type of YouTuber personality you're trying to be. Yeah, you don't want to start off the wrong way and now you're known as X type YouTuber or X type person,
You
or they're
know?
always in this. What would you and actually I agree with you actually with the there's good types of clickbait, which I
Mhm.
realize. Yeah, it does help, boost your views, and it does help people engage in the content, because I've done it before on my YouTube videos. You put a title like, for example, I uploaded a video about my trip to Malta, and I was like, "Oh, plane broke down," which it did.
Mhm.
Um, but obviously throughout the video, you can literally see me traveling around Malta and whatnot. So this was a good time
Mhm.
and but it got views, like people clicked on it because of what the
Yeah.
title was.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, there's two ways to go about it. Definitely. What would you say to somebody who kind of wants to change their brand or what they're known for, or their niche, for example, on
Mhm.
YouTube, how to kind of transform into the new niche if they feel like they're known for something and they feel like people are gonna, unsubscribe if they no longer make that kind of content.
I think ultimately you just have to kind of do what you're able to do, and be consistent with doing. So end of the day, like, you can rebrand 100 times, yeah. If you can be consistent in whatever you want to rebrand as, then fair enough. End of the day, like, people might complain, people might unsubscribe, but in you doing content that you actually want to do and you feel strongly about, will bring a whole new set of people. Obviously, people are going to go, but you're going to attract new people. So ultimately, it has to be kind of what you feel strongly about. I remember I was thinking to, like, I rebranded a few times where I was doing like football content, I was doing wrestling at one point, and it's like ultimately I was like, I couldn't really keep it up, even though I was like passionate about those things. I couldn't be consistent in making the content. So ultimately, it has to be something that if you want to rebrand, you got to commit to that. Like, you got to be like, look, I'm not going to rebrand and then go back to what I was doing originally. It's got to be like, look, like, I've really thought about it. I thought about the end goal. I think anyone that wants to rebrand, go into another niche, want to change up your content, you got to think about your end goal. Like, where are you trying to go? Like, where is the destination you're trying to travel to? So if you was doing this kind of content, you're going to move to that kind of content. And you doing that kind of content, where are you trying to take that to? Because obviously now, if you know, like, okay, look, I want to rebrand. I'm doing beauty content. I want to start doing fitness content. I know that, look, I want to rebrand to fitness content because I'm trying to make my name as a fitness guru. I want to, I don't know, like, whatever you want to take your fitness journey to. I'm trying to be known as the number one fitness person in the UK or whatever. So, like, look, I'm rebranding, I'm changing my niche, but I know exactly where I want to go. So that way, you can be consistent, you can keep up what you're doing, you can feel strongly in, like, look, I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it justifies me rebranding. If you rebrand just to do nothing, just to do rubbish, it's like nobody called you to come and rebrand. Like, you should have taken more time. Like, you just don't just do it just to be like, I'm known for this, I want to be known for that. Why do you want to be known for that? You know what I mean? Like, you got to know, you got to understand what you're trying to do and why you're trying to do that. And ultimately, you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it, not do it because of other people or what other people want or expect from you. You've got to be like, look, I want to do this because it's what I feel strongly about. So I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to go for it and put my all into it, not just half foot in, half foot out kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good to be consistent and have a focus before you get on it. But even if you started one way and you know you want to go into a different niche, as we were saying, think it out beforehand. When I started my YouTube channel, it was literally just whatever. I would post, I don't know, like chatty videos, travel videos. I didn't really have a direction for it, which is why I wasn't consistent with it, to be honest. And I feel like that's how a lot of people feel sometimes, which is what kind of stops them from creating and uploading to YouTube. But I feel like since lockdown, actually, since the first lockdown, I was like to myself, okay, I want to make content on self-development, personal development, that kind of thing. So I've kind of like just worked into it. And like you said, I have an end goal in mind, where I want to take this my YouTube channel, my page, my Instagram page, brand as a whole. So, you know, you have to just walk in it and do the stuff that you would do as if you were that person. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's a good advice for you people out there watching, any content creators trying to switch it up. Like, just think about the end goal and start moving if you are that person, to be honest. So I quickly wanted to ask you, as consumers then, how could we support the content that we actually enjoy? How can we be vocal about it? Because I know a lot of people, if there is sometimes content that they like, they don't big it up because no one else is. But how can you support for content creators, YouTubers that you actually like and enjoy, and how can you start, you know, showing them that love, so they can kind of get up there and more people can see them?
Oh, I mean, it's very simple. I mean, it's very simple. If it's something that you like, engage with it. You know, like it's just very simple. Like, you know, and what you said is it happens so much. Like, for instance, like someone will do a video, the people aren't commenting, so they won't comment. People aren't retweeting, so they won't retweet. But they'll be like, "Oh, I actually enjoyed the content. Like, I actually, but other people aren't really bigging it up. So like when I earlier when I talked about the validation in you engaging with that, people don't feel validated to engage with it because other people aren't doing that. But right, we got to be like, look, I'm my own person. At the end of the day, look, if I like that, yeah, then it's good. Like if it's good, we as a culture just got to be able to just be like, this is good. You know, when I see like Americans and all of that, and I see them like people will just big up the content, like that's good. Like people will just big it up. People like the algorithm of YouTube is very reliant on engagement. So when people are engaging with the content, then YouTube is more likely to recommend the content, and that's a part of the reason why you got certain content doesn't go anywhere because even though it's good, people don't engage with it, so YouTube doesn't want to recommend it. And that is the exact reason why you see the trash content or the whatever content start getting recommended, and that's how it boosts the views because people engage with that. So we just got to be like, look, the content that we feel is valuable, be like, like, don't be afraid to leave a comment saying, look, I enjoyed the video. You ain't got to leave a paragraph in the, you ain't got to leave a paragraph in the comments. Just be like, look, I enjoyed the video, my dope video. Keep making this. You know, on your social media, you know, like on Twitter, like retweet, but like engagement, like if you want to leave a quote tweet or reply, like I enjoyed the video, or you just want to say like I enjoyed the video, you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do that. Like it don't cost nothing. Like all of these things don't cost no money. Like you ain't got to be this kind of person. You just got. We all have phones. We all have our social media. If you watch the content and you felt something about it, like people don't really understand, and people understand when they go into the creator side of things, how important just simply a comment is. Just when you just see a comment, like just that something like a thought that you had about the video, or something that you thought was funny, or something that you thought was interesting, something you thought was insightful, some feedback you just want to give, even if it's just constructive feedback. Like it means something when creators, they check it and they see if there's somebody thought something about my content. what the most disheartening thing for most creators is to like go on your thing and see nothing. Like it's not when you see nothing, you see the comments. There's barely any comments. People aren't saying nothing. You be like, right, am I mad? I'm clearly mad. The content I'm
It's
making,
good,
I
like,
feel mad.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Especially,
feel mad.
sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like when you look at your comments and you ain't got no comments or you ain't got the engagement is lacking,
Mm.
is dry. You be like, right, what I'm doing, I must be mad. Like clearly what I'm doing must be rubbish. Because
Yeah.
especially when you see the things that's actually getting engagement, I'll be like, okay, well, that must be what people want. So that's what I'm saying, like that mindset will change our culture so much in just like engaging and just leaving comments and those kind of things with things which they find valuable. It will honestly, it will change so much. Like when people see, like even if people see other people leaving positive comments, they'll be like, okay, well, this might be something for me to check out. Like I might need to see what this is saying. If people are saying stuff is good, let me check it out. It creates a positive chain.
Yeah.
And this is the problem that we got to start creating more positive change. But like I say, it starts from us, innit? It honestly starts from us. Someone says not enough authentic views these days. I want to know what he means by that. Not enough authentic views these days.
What
Do
do
they
you mean,
mean?
MK? Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I agree with you. Merchant Life UK said, "Oh wow, my comments are running away." He said, "Got to change the culture of being less vocal." Yeah, I agree. That's what my whole question was about, really, and the fact that people, for some reason, just don't want to say when they like something. I think it's like you said, because if no one else is leaving the comments, it's like, oh, you've been the first one. It's a bit, you don't want to seem like a fan or whatever it
Mhm.
is, why it is, why people don't, big up your thing and comment.
Listen.
Um, yeah, I never got it, to be honest. If I like something, I'm commenting, like I'm telling you, look, what you're doing is amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you have to big up people because I've been on both sides, as a content creator and consumer. Like when people don't leave feedback, it can be disheartening. Obviously you shouldn't just wait on people's comments and feedbacks to let you know that your work is good or bad. But it can be a bit hard when you don't know if what you're doing is working or not. Or it can be um
Okay, I
what,
see that. So
what did
says
you say?
he
Oh,
says
okay.
people probably rate a person's content in their mind, but never display that for the public to see, just because it hasn't got a lot of exposure. That's a
Yeah.
fact, man. That's a fact. Like that is right here. That is the thing that I'm talking about. In that people will see somebody's content and be like, "Oh, I actually rate that. Like, I actually think that is actually really good." But they
Yeah.
won't say nothing. They won't say that for the public to see and let it be known that I think that that's good because it hasn't got the exposure. Like I said, that validates them to say that that is good. Because if
Right.
other people don't agree, then it's like, oh, like, well, people don't agree, boy. So I look like the mad one. It's like nobody's saying nothing, and if people, I don't understand what people's mindset are. I don't understand how people. I don't know how people think because it's like people seem to think like, right, because if everyone is not saying nothing and I'm the only one to pick that up, it lessens my opinion. Like it
Mm.
lessens my
I'm
opinion to pick it up. But like it is literally the opposite. In you bigging something up, it shows that right, I am my own person. Like it shows that your opinion is actually worthwhile. Like your opinion is actually because like bro, like you felt strongly enough to actually put something out, like to give your thoughts, that means you have confidence in yourself. I don't know if a lot of people have confidence in themselves to be able to say, look, here's what I think is good, and even if people don't agree, fam, I think it's good. What do you know what I mean? I think it's good.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
and stand in it, like if that's what you think, stand in your opinion, like back what you believe in. MK, what did you say? You said celebrities that are back stroking in money and status, they will skip past your content, but the minute Kim K or Drake post something, they're there to show support. For
listen,
real?
let me just say this. Let me say this because what he said, yeah, is gospel. Like what he said is, and it's one of those things, yeah. This is I don't know, like the UK is mad, yeah. This whole scene is mad because we see this every single day, yeah. Somebody will I'm not gonna say your friend, but somebody like a creator will post content. People will skip. You see fleets, yeah. You see this, the new fleets that people are that they've now implemented, yeah. You can see who's checked your thing in it. So let's say you're promoting your thing, yeah. You can see that, oh, people are actually seeing me post my thing and don't want to engage in it at all. You know what I mean? Like, I just thought that, I'll just say that and I'll go into that, what I'm saying. But it's so funny in that, let's say any celebrity, people that's already made it, people that's already there. Drake, he won't even read your comment ever in his life. He will not read your comment. But people will break their backs to promote the content he's already blown, he's already there. Yeah. But like someone that will actually really appreciate your engagement, you'll skip right by them to go to that. You know, these mentalities, and the same way now we complain that these people are whatever, you know, now these people are deluded. You know, Kim K posted something, said Kim K's out of touch. Kim K posted when she was out on her birthday or something like that, posted. People said she was out of touch. People said, well, these are the people that's engaging with her content that's got her to these kind of positions.
Right.
You know, so, you know, the culture is just, it needs a shift.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I feel like, nah, I can agree with that 10 times because, for example, like when a celebrity will put out a new product, okay, so I love Rihanna. I love Rihanna, guys, don't get on me because I love Rihanna. But when Rihanna put out Fenty Beauty, everyone was like, yes, Rihanna, take my coins, take my money. But then you've got like your friend over here who's starting this black-owned business. It's her own beauty brand. You won't support her thing, or you won't support someone, I guess, in your circle, or you know, that has their own business. They're starting up, they're black-owned, but you're ready to support these celebrities who already have the money, they already have the status, and more time they don't actually need your support, they don't need your promotion. But that's obviously how they have now got there. So I feel like it's very sad because people need your support. How do you expect the rest of the community to blow when we literally have, say, like 5 superstars and everyone else is just a consumer? Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's space for all of us to win. And yeah, we just need to support each other to be able to do that. You don't have to have one icon in the community and you expect them to now be your spokesperson, to be, you know, like this figure that speaks on every single topic. And then when they make one mistake, you guys are ready to like bring them down. Why are you making them your putting them on a pedestal? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's what you said is so key, man, because even what you said about there's superstars and then there's like everyone else is, like you said, the consumer. Because even if I say it in this kind of way, yeah, in let's say in the YouTube scene, yeah, in the Black British YouTube scene, there's people that are in those positions. Like there's people that are held very highly, you know, by their own good work and, you know, them doing what they're doing. But like there's YouTubers that already have like mad subscribers, are already up there. Yeah. So we hold these people up like to the point where now the upcoming people don't get any attention, because at the end of the day, all of our attention, all of our whatever is now allocated to set people. The attention is not on the up and coming people. So how do you expect people to now, the up and coming people and the people that are doing good work, to now get to the up, like to grow their channels, if all the attention is now on set people, all on a limited pool of people? And then, like you said, now it comes to a situation where now that person, anything that happens to them, now they're the spokesperson for whatever, any scandal, now they're the people that we will talk about. And people complain about that. People complain that these people are in scandals and things like that. But it's like, you putting these people in positions, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, if you provide a platform for other people to do their thing, unproblematic people, then like you're gonna be having a lot more range and a lot more diverse kind of people out there, a lot of different kinds of voices, a lot of people that probably will have a voice and be able to speak on things they'll have a better platform to be able to do that, man. It's all on what we consume and all what we give our attention to and our power to.
Most definitely. I agree, man. It's sad. It's actually sad, but I feel like we definitely need to do better and just support. Just be vocal with it. Believe in what you stand for. If you think there's content creators
Mhm.
out there that are great, support them. Even if you think your content's great, keep putting it out there. Like,
Mhm.
have to bring even more diversity. Do you know what I mean? There's so much space for all of us to win. Like I was saying before. So
Definitely.
guys, just keep picking each other up. Do you know what I mean? I want to move on to another question, and it's
Mhm.
about support. And
Mhm.
do you think that people should expect their family and friends to promote their content?
Should they expect?
Yeah.
Um, that is a question. For me, you know what? You know what? Yeah, I'm actually. Some people obviously will be like, yeah. For me personally, I honestly feel like I'm not saying expect. I think why shouldn't you support your friends' content? Personally, why shouldn't you support your family's content?
Mm.
However, what I am gonna say is, as a creator, I don't think you should bank on your family and friends to support your content for this reason. Like, as a business, if you're a business, yeah, you have consumers, you have a set person in mind. When you always talk about business, you always talk about you have your target audience, your
Yeah.
target market. Yeah. So your family and friends might not be in your target market. Yeah, your target audience. So for that reason, like, you're not really gonna put your whole expectations on your family and friends to support your business, especially if they're not your target market. So I say that in that the reason why I say I don't really expect it. Because at the end of the day, if you're a creator, your content might be it might be necessary for somebody that's outside of your immediate circle. And I think those are the people that you should focus your energy on, and those are the people that you should want your support from. And those are people that you should bank on your support from. Because if you're making content about, let's say, fitness, yeah, I'm making content about fitness. Of course, like, I would want my family and friends to support what I'm doing, but at the end of the day, they might not be into fitness. Yeah. They might support, they might retweet or whatever just because, but they're not really going to be, I wouldn't really expect them to go hard for that content, especially if it's not reaching them, it doesn't hit them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for somebody else that is really into fitness, they might be all in and they might be like, yeah, like, I love this, and they will want to give their attention to that and would want to engage in that. And that's who we should focus on. So I feel like in this market, in this scene, a lot of people complain because their family and friends don't support them. Like, my friends, how can you be my friend and you don't support? And for those people, I would honestly say I don't think you should even think about that. Yeah, because at the end of the day, your friends got things to do. Your friends will be into what they're into. They might be into what you're into, but they might be not. And that doesn't. I don't think that. End of the day, like, you focus on the people that you are targeting, and I think that's who you should give your attention to. Because if you start thinking about your friends and family not doing this, like, you're just gonna drive yourself crazy, man. Honestly, because, like, realistically, if my friend's doing something, I should wanna support them. But at the end of the day, like I say, people can only support as much as they can. Someone that's not really into something won't really support something fully. Like, they won't really support it fully. So you can't hang your hat on them, man. You can't hang your hat on that. Focus on the people, focus on your target audience. And that's why I say you should know your target audience. Even when you're starting a channel, even when you're doing YouTube, even when you're doing a podcast, even if you're doing a blog, like, if you're doing content, have your target audience in mind. Because at the end of the day, those are the people where you're going to get your support from. Ultimately, like, in the long run, those are the people. So that is my stance on that. That's why I'm done wondering why friends don't retweet this. That was a long time ago, man. Like, at the end of the day, I'm focusing on going forward, and a positive mindset is like, look, I'm focused on the people that is gonna support, and that's what matters, man. That's what I've had a lot of people. I think a lot of people will start seeing their thing a bit differently if they start thinking about, right, I'm focusing on my target audience instead of my friends and family who will support, won't support. I appreciate anyone that supports what you're doing, you know, because it's all the same, you know, it's all one person supporting your thing, you know, and that's who we should focus on.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree because I used to, like, back in the day, get upset when people wouldn't support my stuff, to be honest. I'm thinking, well, you guys can obviously see me putting my work out there, like, don't even get a like or retweet. But, you know, I realized this year, especially, that it honestly doesn't matter. I think for me, I've learned this year that it's purpose over anything. Whether people do support you, whether they don't, you have to be living out your purpose at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like you said, some of your friends are not interested in what you're interested in. Some are, and that's great. And when they support you, amazing. But if they don't take it to heart at all. You just need to find your audience. Your tribe will come to you. You know, you'll attract a tribe. The more you put your stuff out there, you'll find that one person that you're like, oh my gosh, your content really changed my life. What you said was amazing. I totally agree and relate. So honestly, guys, it's not even really. You should. I mean, it's great when people support you, but don't rely on that, and don't rely on, yeah, like family and friends. You have to
Mm-hmm.
be your biggest supporter, and
Mm-hmm.
also appreciate the people that just support you, regardless.
Facts.
I just want
Facts.
to read the questions. Really, someone said, "Oh, they clapped." That's fact. Totally agree.
Mental well-being is key, not even worth overthinking. So I'm saying
Yeah.
you got to protect your yeah, man, you got to protect your well-being, man. Like, if you're just going to be like, yo, man, people aren't supporting me, my friends aren't supporting me, but meanwhile, that person over there is going hard for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that person over there that you don't even know them, you never met them for anything. Yeah, that person over there is going hard. When you're posting your thing, they're leaving comments, they're retweeting. You always see that person there is commenting. Yeah, but now when you're looking at, okay, my friend's set person at something is not retweeting my thing or whatever, then you're gonna be like, raw, like, now you're gonna feel disheartened. But why are you not looking at these people? And sometimes it's not even one person, it's actually sometimes a few set people that is supporting your thing, like, that is always like trying to, you just see them, you know, even if it's just one person, but you see them. And that's who you should focus on. That's who you should frame your mind to be like, boom, that is who I should, that means everything to me. Like, friends and family or whatever, like, that's what means the most to me. Like, those people who are really gonna go hard, people that don't even know you. And I'll say this here because a lot of people, they say this all the time, and this is the biggest fact. A lot of times it's the people that you don't know that are gonna go the hardest for you. It's
Yeah.
just that. It's the people that you don't know, people that they don't know where you've come from. They don't know this, but they just see. They don't know you from before. They don't know how far you come. They don't know your journey. What they see is what you're doing now. They see your content for what it is. They don't see your content for who you are. They just see your content for what it is. Like, oh, this is dope content, or you're consistent, or you're whatever. I see the value in that. Like, I like that, you know, like, so I'm saying, like, it's all one person at the end of the day, man. You know, like, you should focus on those people, like the people that do, not the people that don't. You know, like, we're forward thinkers, we're positive thinkers, like, gratitude, man. Focus on the people that do rather than people that don't, man. I think that is something important for a lot of us to take into our projects, man. Like, when you get that, once you get that around your mind, everything just feels a lot freer. Personally, I feel.
Yeah. Empowered United Women said, real clap, clap, clap. Merchant Life said, this convo has been encouraging. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's what we're here for. You guys provide more
Trust me.
content. But yeah, no, I totally agree with what you're saying, to be honest. I feel like sometimes, I can speak personally, I guess people kind of have known who you were in the past. They know what you were like before. They're like, oh, this girl would never really get on camera. She was shy back in the day, like in school. What? What?
Yeah,
You know what I
trust
mean?
me.
Like,
Trust
this is who I've always been. Like, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to talk about passion, purpose, all that
me.
kind of and then you just finally grow into it, and you just kind of get the confidence to do it. And yeah, it doesn't matter if those people have something negative to say.
Mm-hmm.
support, you really need to focus on the people that are supporting your thing, because ultimately that's who you're also doing it for at the same time. Like, even if you change one person's life, if you impact one person, you've done your job on earth. Do you know what I mean? Like, you
Mhm.
helped one person in one area of their life, and you know, what more else can you ask for? But
Mhm.
yeah, I just wanted to wrap up, I guess, now and ask you the last couple of questions. I just wanted to throw kind of a curveball in there and ask, do you ever think the reason sometimes a creator fails to receive the support or the engagement or the likes, is because their content isn't of good quality, or it may just not be all the way there?
Well, no, 100%. You know, like there's always a variety of reasons that somebody your content doesn't go, and I definitely think that that is something to look at in terms of your content. But what I will say is that sometimes it's not only just the kind of content that you do, it's the value that you're sharing, yeah, and the angle that you're coming from. Yeah. And I think that's important to know, because the content that you do might it might be valuable to somebody that's outside of the audience that you think it is for. Yeah. So for instance, I'll say like this, like one thing that I always see, especially from doing BBYT, yeah, as I see that there's a lot of people that do content for the Twitter audience. Yeah, I'll say it like that. Yeah, like the Twitter audience. Yeah, I'll say it like that. They do content for the Twitter audience. But if they actually really thought about it and really understood like kind of where they wanted to take their channel to, or where they could take their channel to, or who their channel was benefiting, they might see that my content might be suited for another demographic or another set of people. Yeah. So I shouldn't really make content like, for instance, like there'll be I would say like for example, there'll be like a Twitter scandal or whatever, and then people will do content based on the Twitter scandal.
Yeah,
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 that's what I talk about, like content for Twitter. That's what I mean. Like people talk about things on Twitter and they make content, but like if you made content that was a bit more tailored to a demographic outside of Twitter, or maybe a more niche demographic, yeah, you might have more success with your content. Yeah, your content might go further. I use an example of mine. Yeah, I made a video about 3 reasons why you should move out. Yeah, this is 2019. I made a video. Yeah,
yeah.
what do you say?
No, I said I watched that. Yeah, please say
Yeah, yeah. But but like that video, when I looked at the analytics, it wasn't people on Twitter that necessarily watched the video. I looked at demographics, and it was a bunch of people that searched moving out of your parents' house. You know, like it was people that searched for that topic, and that is the reason the analytics are very high for that video. So it's an audience outside of the Twitter demographic per se. So this is what I say when I say like it's not necessarily about the content you're doing. You got to think about the value that you're sharing and who that value is actually for. So that's why I say like I think some people should really think about who their content is really for when they talk about where they want to grow their channel and where they want to take their channel to. Because if you start thinking about that, like my content is for these kinds of people, then it's like okay, right, okay, now it won't even matter about Twitter like that. It won't even matter about social media. It will matter about the people the content is supposed to be for. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think people should kind of think about if they're talking about the type of content that they do. I think it's very important to think about.
Definitely. I think you've definitely given most of the points there. I was actually going to ask if you had any like words of encouragement and motivation for any YouTubers who feels like, you know, the content is taking a while to pick up and take off. I guess we've kind of spoken a lot about it, but I guess maybe give them like one tip, or maybe
Yeah.
give them one tip on what they can
Now,
do.
I've got a few, but what I will say is especially in this day and age of social media, YouTube content, you know, it's very much of it's a viral game now. You know, it's always been a viral game, but especially now it's more of a viral game in that sometimes it really in this day and age it literally could take one video, one content to go, and from that it will springboard you into a whole new demographic. How many times have you seen creators that were kind of struggling, were not really known like that, maybe 500 subscribers, maybe this, like they weren't really there. One video or someone posts their video on social media or whatever, and it goes viral, then all of a sudden people check out their channel and they see, wow, this person here has got binge-worthy content. This person here has got content for days. Like I'm liking their stuff. Like I'm seeing what they're doing. Then all of a sudden now the numbers start growing up. You know, I can give so many examples of this, or where this has happened. Chicken Connoisseur, I remember a few years back, it was the same thing. He was doing what he was doing, one video went viral, all of a sudden people going to check out his channel. Now he's wherever he is, like got mad subscribers. I've seen Rhea Ellen, the same thing happened to her. She was on 500 subscribers. Her video went viral. The channel starts growing. Now she's a relatively known YouTuber. 90s Baby Show, I saw the same thing. They were doing their content, one video goes viral, etc. Like I can give so many examples. Literally, all you got to do is just keep grinding, and keep doing your content. That's why I say know your end goal, because like once you keep doing what you're doing, you keep chipping, you keep grinding, you know, it could be one video or a couple videos that just go viral, or catch the analytics, or catch people search for this topic and whatever, or it catches that trend or whatever. And all that takes is for that to grow your channel, and all of a sudden you can get out there. So you got to keep plugging, man. You cannot quit, man. You cannot quit. Maybe do things a bit differently, re-strategize, but do not quit, man. You have to keep going. And all it takes is one video to just change your situation, or one piece of content to just change your situation. But you got to stay true to yourself, man. You got to make content that you, above all, feel strongly about, because otherwise you're going to lose yourself in this game. And of course, that's when it's going to make you lose encouragement and motivation, because you don't feel strongly about yourself and what you're doing. So you always got to keep that, in your heart. Like I believe in what I'm doing, and nobody can tell you nothing, man. That's just what it is.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. All right, we've got 5 minutes left, unless you don't mind staying on, just so we can answer more questions.
Keep going.
Sorry?
No, let's keep going. Like, let's go. Let's get through the questions.
All right, so I did want to ask you really quickly, what more then would you like to see from Black content creators on YouTube? Like, what more do you want to see from them? Yeah, in terms of the content that they post.
What more do I want to see? I just want to see just YouTubers that are just committed to pushing the envelope in terms of the types of content, you know, in terms of adding value, you know, like understandably, like a lot of us, we love to laugh, we love banter, we love this. But like, I want to hear like, what else I want to hear what do people think? Like, what more value can people add to our lives? Like, what more value can you add to people's lives? Like, in whatever, you know, we're all sitting on a mountain of value in some capacity, and we're all sitting on some kind of value that can actually help people along their way. You know, like I understand, like I say, like people love to laugh, people love banter, but at the end of the day, like, what more do people have? You know, like what depth can people bring to the scene? Because I feel like when more people start coming along with depth and start adding value and start adding, you know, like more deeper kinds of discussions and get into deeper kinds of discussions, it will expand people's minds to what they should and what they can consume. A lot of times people are just like, they'll just watch what's kind of out there. And if what's out there is like content that doesn't really make people think, then more people are going to make content that doesn't really make people think, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. A lot more people, if content is this, people are going to make more of that. But if people start making more deeper content, people start doing that, then more people are going to be wanting to do that. And it will expand people's minds to what is out there, man. I think that's key.
100%. I don't know where this question. Do you think that entertainment, so you know, topic like videos that make us laugh, things that are kind of just, I guess, whatever, you know, entertainment. Do you think that those are also valuable, as well as, you know, watching videos that are a bit more, have more substance to it? Do you think they're both valuable, or do you feel like they're just, how can I explain it? I feel like there's a space for both of them, if you know what I mean. There's like a time and a place. But yeah, what do you think about it? I guess what is your kind of opinion and perspective on that and them all like coexisting and stuff?
I think for me, I'm very much into my comedy. Like I love stand-up comedy. I
Mm.
love that. I love to laugh. You know, I love to laugh. I love banter. I love all of that. Yeah. The thing about it is like not everyone. This is the thing. Like this is why I say like when I talk about the scene, not everyone is a comedian. So not everyone has to be a comedian. Not everyone has to make people laugh. Not everyone has to like if what you do is motivate, then fam, you motivate, man. Like you know what I mean? If what you know is stuff that will make people will expand people's mind and expand people's consciousness, then you have a responsibility to put that out there because at the end of the day, like that is you. So what I would say, like it's all key, it's all necessary because obviously, if everything was all serious, then obviously that would be a problem. But like when we talk about diversity, we talk about like we need authenticity as well. So at the end of the day, like if that is you, then you do that. Like you don't have to make this kind of content if that's not you. That's the thing that I'm talking about, and especially in this scene. Like so, like we need everything, but we need more of everything. Do you know what I mean? Like we need more people that are going to be like, look, this is not really my thing, but that's my thing. And yeah, like people will rock with that. People will rock with, okay, this is not really funny, but I'm learning something. But at the same way, people will be like, okay, I'm not really learning something, but that's funny. But like, if that's you, then that is you. We need that. End of the day, if you can make content that is engaging but informative, then great. If you can make content that is funny, great. But do you, you know, and don't feel like you have to compromise, especially in like because you feel like you gotta make content that people watch. People watch the things that you feel passionate about and that you can communicate in the best way. So do that. So that is my answer to that.
Yeah, definitely. I think yeah, there's a balance, isn't there? And yeah, whatever works for your target audience, as you said, and whatever's working for you, you might as well do. If the funny videos work for you, then great. Like keep at it. You know, there's no need to kind of
Mhm.
yeah, switch it up just because you feel like maybe people won't be interested or like things got changed or you kind of want to seem. I mean, portray yourself as a different person. But if you are just a funny, actually funny person, if you are, you know, naturally goofy, like stick at it, definitely. I would definitely agree. My final question, I guess, was where do you see Black British YouTubers going in a year's time?
Well, I think it's definitely going to grow in terms of numbers. You know, already in the last year, you know, I started off like literally zero. At least the platform actually has somewhat some numbers behind it. Like actually has some. It actually has a community. Like I didn't even think it was possible to have this level of community actually behind it, and that means a lot. So I definitely want to grow the community. If it wasn't for COVID, I was looking to do stuff that was in person. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how this COVID market how what happens with this. So I would love to do things in person, but ultimately I just want to see the community grow. BBYT, I want it to be able to help creators to leverage themselves into greater opportunities. So I'm looking to create ways and like partner with brands and partner with companies and partner with YouTube itself to help promote YouTubers and provide opportunities for YouTubers. But obviously, if brands aren't going to do that, we're going to do that on our own. So grow the YouTube channel, get that up there. Because at the end of the day, like I want Black British YouTubers to be like it is the number one platform for Black British YouTube. So I want it to be a staple in the scene to be able to be a platform that is actually going to put creators on, provide platforms for them, provide exposure for them, be able to help them network, etc. So and just continue the work that is happening and just growing it, man. That's it. Like I just want this time next year to be like, raw, we was here and we was able to take it to a whole nother level. You know, like 'cause there's so much levels that we can go with this platform. You know, it's like I feel like it's so needed in the scene already. It's been positive, provided a positive impact. I just want to continue to provide as much positive impact as possible.
That's great. That's great. I love that. I love that. Quickly, I'm going to ask if anyone has any questions, then put them in the chat. Anything people like they want to discuss further. Any like last comments, we'll take them for, I guess, the next 5 minutes or so. And then we'll basically just wrap up. So let
Please,
me
please
know, guys. Drop in the comments. I'll just
leave your
read some
comment.
that we've got. Yeah. So where did I stop at? MK says destiny, you grow into your purpose over time. That's very true. Merchant Life says, nice you've added say keep yourself maximum respect. Definitely. You gotta say keep yourself, man. Have to. But yeah, guys, put your questions down below. If you have
Leave your
any
questions.
last comments, this is your last chance.
We've got more freeness to, we got more realness to free. So leave your questions, and we want to talk about it.
100%. In the meantime, is there anything you wanted to add on, say, to the conversation that you feel like you might have not covered already?
Ah,
Moses.
I could honestly just keep going on this topic, yeah. But I mean, I feel like we've covered very good ground. Like it's just very important that we start seeing it like it all stems from us. You know, it all stems from what we are willing to do. You know, ultimately, like the community is all one person, one person, one person. So if one person decides that, look, end of the day, look, I'm just going to promote what I want to promote. Someone else would might be likely to feel the same, and we can help shift the narrative and help shift the culture, man. Because it don't have to be like this, you know. Ultimately, like people are going to support what they want to support. So you know, if you're complaining about something, then why not be someone that can change it? Especially when this is something that people can actually change. Like there's so much out there that people can't really change, and so much stuff is that's out of your control. But you can control what you engage with. You can control what you like. Right? You can control like if you think this is good, then you engaging in that can create such more positive impacts, you know, in changing what is out there. Because ultimately, I'll say it like this, yeah. I would just say it like this: the negative content that whatever people complain about, people moan, so and so is doing a music video talking about bad boy information or whatever. You look at that kind of stuff, yeah. If people didn't engage with it, then these people will put the content out there and gain no engagement. They'll be like, I feel mad. Like they will feel like, raw, you're talking into a brick wall. Like if these people put out this content and gain no engagement at all, then people would rethink the kind of content that they're making. But if they're seeing something that's getting engagement, they're going to do more of that. So we can shift it in the other way, in that positive content gets the engagement that will create change, you know. But this is why I say ultimately people don't care. People, this is the thing. Ultimately, like people say they don't like the negative stuff, but they engage with it. So clearly, there's something behind it. So
Yes. Definitely. I agree, man. Yeah, definitely. Like you said, we can go round and round with this, but it's true. I feel like at the end of the day, we have more power than we think. To change the way things are, you know, even when it comes to diversity, even filling up spaces in different, different spaces, like for example, YouTube, being influencers, like we can actually make a change, you know, if we support each other, if we are vocal about what we like, don't like, if we support the things that are actually going to help us and elevate us. I know on
fact.
YouTube, yeah, I know on YouTube we have this YouTube Black, Elevate Content Creators, which is every Black History Month. And
Yeah.
that's, it's amazing. I love that they have that. But we support each other all year round. You know what I mean? Like support each other, whatever. I don't just wait for people to put these movements out there. Like you gotta keep doing it. It has to be a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It has to be a lifestyle. So yeah, you can make the changes, guys. You know, like whatever content you enjoy, keep pushing it. You can be the change. Keep putting your work out there. You know, keep putting it out there. Someone's gonna gravitate towards it. Like I said, you're gonna find your tribe. So honestly, don't even worry about it, guys. Like just keep doing what you're doing. I don't think we have any more questions, but Empowered United Women said, amazing wisdom for your talk. Bless you both. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I guess we can round up. Sorry?
Now this was a fantastic discussion, man. I would love to do more of these. Like this was actually so like even I gained something from it.
That's good. That's good to hear. But to wrap up quickly, then, I guess just to leave people with some more information about where they can find you, how can
Yeah.
they get on Black British YouTubers? Just let us know where they can find you, the socials, website, and all of that, and connect with you further.
Yeah, so the dope thing about it is like Black British YouTubers literally I've managed to get the domain like Black British YouTube. So if you literally just typed Black British YouTubers on Google, on YouTube, you would find Black British YouTubers. So this blackbritishyoutubers.com, I've managed to create a forum. So it's actually a forum that YouTubers can come in and put and post their content on whatever their topic is. So if it's finance, if it's lifestyle, if it's travel, whatever, they can post their content there. So blackbritishyoutubers.com. It's Black British YT on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah. And there is a directory as well. So I am creating, and it's growing every day, but I've created a directory for Black British YouTubers to post their channels there under categories. So if your content is a finance, if it's lifestyle, if it's travels, whatever, you can post your content, your channel in there, and that way we now have a database of channels. So that is obviously going to help just promote in terms of the visibility, and yeah, like that. I just pray that a lot of good things will come from that. You know, even just showing people, if people want to see new YouTubers, they'll be like, right, I want to see some finance YouTubers. Boom, you can just find them there. I want to find lifestyle YouTubers. They're all there. So yeah, everything that we're doing is breaking down the barriers of discovering talent, discovering careers. You ain't got to wait for talent to go viral. You can find them on our platform. So Twitter and Instagram, Black British YT, we're always retweeting like creators whenever they post their videos, we're retweeting. So you'll always be able to find content out there. So don't ever come and say, I don't know where the YouTubers are, where the new YouTubers, my YouTubers dry. There's a whole directory there. There's a forum there. Check the web, check the Twitter. Like there's always content there. So you know what I mean? Like yeah, that's it. You know. So Black British YT.
100% is there, guys. You heard it. You heard it. It's all there. Don't complain. You don't see Black people talking about this, finances, lifestyle. We do. We rule. We exist. You understand? We don't just focus on entertainment. We're not just loud. Like we actually have things about us, and we're creating good content. It's there. Support your people, guys. You know, we have to elevate each other. 100% have to elevate each other. The content is there. All the creators out there, keep creating. Keep doing what you're doing. Live out your purpose, guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you once again for joining me on this chat. I had lots of fun. I appreciate you coming on once again. You're like my first guest on the Dream is Free series. So yeah, I appreciate you making it happen here. Like, do you know what I mean? So thank you. Empowered United.
I pray I have more guests. Hope that your platform grows. You know, I thank you for having me on there. This is my first IG live I've ever done, so I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about the cause, man, because this is very important. Like these kind of things need to be discussed more. It's not all the time talking about things that are. It's not all the time banter, man. It's actually having these real kinds of discussions that will actually benefit the culture and benefit all of us and benefit creators. You know that. So I appreciate being able to talk about it. So, yeah, thank you for having me on here.
Perfect. Empowered United Women said breaking barriers with a unique idea. 100%, 100%. Man, well done, Black British YouTubers, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is 15 past, so I'm going to let you guys get back to your evening. Enjoy whatever you're doing on a Friday night, guys. Live your best life. I know it's lockdown, quarantine and stuff, but be good, be safe, man. And yeah, I love you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys. The fact guys are still here. And yeah, I appreciate you guys once again. So thank you, Tante. And have a good night, guys.
Have a good night, people.
Bye.